Well, good morning, everyone. What a beautiful morning it is when I narrate this video for all of you. Today, I'm going to share with you a little bit on basic needs and sharing good things. As we head towards Christmas, you see all the advertisements of wonderful things that you think we should have. I'm going to give you a little bit of a disclaimer and a little bit of my thoughts because I have been guilty of this. I am guilty of seeing things online and seeing things in the store and thinking that it is something that I need. I had wish lists and things that I wanted and things that I want to buy when I had that little extra money. But looking through my life and taking a step back, I realized that I have my basic needs. I don't need anything, and I have a lot of good things to share and a lot of good things in my home. Basic needs. What are they? Well, the basic needs would be clothing, food, shelter, heat, and those of you who live in the very warm countries, maybe air conditioning. But basic needs are the needs that we need to survive. And anything else is just a little bit of icing on the top of that cake. This year, I was going back into the old habits that I always did and had Christmas wish lists. Yes, they were books and they were minor things, but I didn't need them. And we don't always have to have wishes fulfilled. We can buy ourselves a little something to give happiness and to have pleasure. But where is the line between too much and not enough? Way back over a year ago, when food was what I used to help me feel better about myself, I would say to myself, well, I worked hard today. I deserve to sit and eat. Which was a wrong thing for me because what it did was it produced extra weight, and it made me feel absolutely awful because I was filling my emotions with food. And then when my parents died, I felt the sadness of the loss with things of my childhood. Oh my goodness, that lasted about 6 months, where anything and everything that I had when I was a little girl, I had to buy it again. And it was just to fulfill a deep sadness in me. And then I thought, well, I work really hard. I should be able to get more extravagant things. And I would buy up all kinds of trinkets and treasures, and I really enjoy them, and I have them today. Don't get me wrong, they are nice to have, and I enjoy them. But do I need so much when I went to the thrift store? I used to do, instead of my $10 hauls, I used to do my $30 hauls and bring home all of this stuff. I still love going to the thrift store and I still buy some treasures, but now the money is not quite as much. I don't go and just buy everything that I see. I guess you could say it takes a little bit of self-control, and I'm learning that this year. My basic needs are met and anything else is extra, I tell myself. And I tell myself it's not an orphan. I don't need to take everything home and love it. Even though I do love everything that I have. It gets to the point though where you need to second question when you grab something and put it in your hands or in your cart and say, okay, why am I buying this? Do I need it? Is it something I would cherish forever, or is it something just on a whim? So this year on my YouTube channel, you're not seeing a whole lot of flashy thumbnails that say Christmas 2024. In fact, you're not seeing a whole lot of Christmas videos, even though a lot of them will come. What you're seeing is just a more natural way of looking at Christmas and a more natural way of thinking about Christmas. The Christmas of years ago, I love history and I'm really diving deep into the Great Depression. And I'm realizing that their Christmas was special for a lot of them, but it wasn't because they got everything they wanted, or it wasn't because they lived a luxurious life. I always said I never wanted to be a rich person. I have nothing against riches and that people who are rich, but I find for me, I would lose out on so much more in life if I had everything that I always wanted. In the year 2017, money was extremely tight, and I mourned the loss of some of the things that I had. And I thought, oh, it would be great someday if I could get the expensive laundry soap. I know it sounds rather silly, but I am spraying some air freshener from the Dollar Tree, and it smells so good. And I realized I really didn't miss any of that after all. It really wasn't all what it was cracked up to be. And that I quickly went back to this lifestyle because creating my own laundry soap and doing all of my own things, I enjoyed that even more than going to the grocery store and buying the expensive Tide. I tell that story all the time because Tide was something I couldn't afford anymore, and I was sad about it. I know, it sounds so frivolous, but it really was my life way back then. And so now I'm just thankful for my very simple Christmas. The heat of the wood stove is such a blessing. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. I'm going to just show you what I'm working on the rest of the day. And what have you learned this year about Christmas? Is it a little different than it was other years for you? Or have you always lived a very simple Christmas life? Most people would say my Christmases were always simple, but I'm even making them more simple this year because I'm not putting all the focus on the wants and the wishes and the consumerism of it. I am just enjoying what I have, and I'm finding it a lot more contentment and happiness.